Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rage, and we are back today to unpack the Omega training event that's starting pretty shortly here. And as per usual, we would like to break this down and see how feasible, how free to play friendly these events are going to be, and how hard we need to be trying overall, especially when we have our certain goals and milestones that we want to be aiming for. So as you can see here, this is actually going to be tied back also to the escape from Kiln. Obviously there's an opportunity here to unlock Omega Red, but as well there's actually points that we can earn from Kiln that we do need to factor in. So you can see in the most recent blog post here how to score points. We're going to be earning these Crimson Hunt Orb fragments from Kiln, Forged in Fire. We're going to be battling in War Hercules offense only, and as well Absolute A-Force offense and defense are going to also generate points. In addition, if you have Jean Grey at 5 stars and above, same with Hercules, the spending of Ice Weight energy, that's all going to be tying back to this event. So we do want to break this down, but on top of that, there's also going to be experience points, tech gear, diamonds for Shadow King if you guys are interested in that leaderboard opportunity. And obviously for us, we want to be working our way also through these events. The Avengers Fitness Challenge, having the opportunity here for the energy drink and dumbbells that we can accumulate throughout the duration of this 7-day event. So before I show you guys the math, before I show you the breakdown here of what to expect, each week these events are also tied back to a web milestone. So this one's no different. It's the same one that we've been doing for the last few weeks, called survival training, and simply it's just the spending of uncanny energy, right? It's the same thing we've been doing for the last few weeks already with the showcase. Only difference is that with this one anyways, there are going to be actually those Crimson Hunt Orb fragments also located in here. In total, I think we're going to get close to 34,000 points. So you can see here in the chart details, it's pretty simple math. Typically we've been hitting milestone 8 for 100 power cores per day, because you do need to refresh your energy. But because of this event and the way that this is formatted, we can actually hit milestone 9 with 100 cores per day. So that's what's going to be adding up and accumulating about roughly 34,000 points that we can use. So remember that number. We're going to be bringing that back in a little short while here. But without further ado, let's take a look at this overall chart and what to expect from this event respectively. So you can see we have all the different points here, the different catalyst, gear, gold, experience points situated throughout the duration. And obviously we need to be mindful of the orange dumbbells that we can accumulate, the T1 ions that we can add obviously to our arsenal, and as well, more importantly, the energy drink that's located actually on the milestone 14 mark. So this is going to be very, very important here, because this is going to give us the monthly event points, and it's pretty notable because obviously usually that's what we should be going for. It gives us a good balance there of the T3 ISO 8 materials, experience points, and basically the 60-70% of everything that's awardable here free to play. So another thing to be mindful of here is that there's a lot of different ways to earn points, but to be honest, a lot of them are going to get ruled out because of the fact that they are actually generated if you're a spender. So if you have a 5-star Jean Grey and Hercules, they're going to be generating you a lot of extra bonus points. We're not going to be factoring that in because we don't have that in our availability. Actually, I think I might be very close to a 5-star Jean Grey, but I'm just gonna exclude the math there, so that way for you folks that don't have her at 5 stars and don't have Hercules at that level, we're gonna be factoring in. The good news is that you can see actually using the Absolute A-Force characters, even the old characters, in this case that would be Wasp as well as Ironheart, both of them actually being part of that Absolute A-Force team. They're gonna be giving us extra points there actually. So it's very notable there, as you can see, 3,000, 6,000, as well as 12,000. So very, very notable. It's going to give us a nice little hefty boost there that we can take advantage of. And as well, the earning of the Crimson Hunt Orb fragments is going to be amounting to 2 points per. So it's interesting because we already have actually the breakdown there of the escape from Kiln. It's already in game, right? So we can actually see how much points that's going to be. So that's good for us to factor in as well. And last but not least, because this is an ISO 8 energy spending event, we are going to be taking advantage of that as well. Usually with ISO 8 energy, we may or may not need to be refreshing, but in most cases, for the last few events anyways, they've been adding to about roughly 4 points per energy spent. So overall, this is actually going to be a pretty easy event. Now, let me show you the math here. Remember, the 85,000 points is what gets you the energy drink, and this is a 7-day event. So Kiln, I did review it, and taking a look at it, I think most of us are going to be able to hit at least 50% of it, hence why I actually use 20,000 points out of the 40,000 that's available. The last 10,000 fragments are actually located basically at the end of the event. It was like the last milestone and then the third or fourth last one. So I think you do need to actually have a fully built up roster to get all the way to that point. I think 20,000 is more than reasonable. If you have rosters already at level 90 to 95, I should be able to get the job done. ISO 8 campaign, as I noted earlier, typically in the past they've been about 4 points per. That should get us close to that north of 17,000 points. And keep in mind too, the math here does not factor in any kind of refresh here of the ISO 8 energy. So in this case, it could be much higher if you depending on if you want a power core and obviously add more energy for your usage. In this case, we haven't done that. And then a notable boost here from utilizing the A-Force characters in War. It's about 21,000. Again, you can use actually the historical tunes, so you don't need Medusa, Kahori, as well as Miss Marvel Classic at 5 stars and above. Just use the old characters and they'll be able to get the job done. We also have that web milestone that I noted earlier here at 34,000 points. But again, you do need to be spending about roughly 100 cores per day. It's going to give you enough energy. So that's, in the span of a week, it's about 700. In total. Actually, it could be a little bit less just because of the fact that it trickles over. You'll see later on. And then also we have the free claim here at 3,000 points. So to be honest, guys, you don't actually need to hit all of the web milestones in order to actually get the 85,000 points. As you can see, you can actually just use less. That's only if you're interested in maximizing the Crimson Hunt or fragments that we saw. On top of that, the additional bonus points. So for myself personally, I'm probably just going to only spend 50 cores per day because I don't need all the milestone points. And as well, we always factor in a little bit of that free claim. So by the math here that we have, it's going to get us close to 95,000 points, which is well north of the 85 that we need for the energy drink. So anything extra is going to be something we can take advantage of. You can see obviously we're very, very close here to the milestone 15 at 96,000. So if you wanted to do that one, it's very, very close. You can get an extra boost there of the 10,000 T3 ISO 8 orb fragments. But yeah, that's my game plan overall, guys. A very, very easy advantage. Just make sure you're following along. Make sure you're doing everything you need to, including as best as you can push in kiln if that's needed. If not, you may have to supplement that through the web milestone. Otherwise, we have ISO 8 campaign energy spending, which can add up to the total that you need to actually supplement, and make sure you're using those absolute A-Force characters. Hopefully this is helpful. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.